Down at the orphanage.
Oh, well, sir, if your reverence doesn't think it right, then...
Oh, yes, indeed, yes, but...
I've been in the habit of holding a service there myself of an evening.
Have you?
Yes, now and then. Just a little edification, as the saying goes, but I'm a poor, humble man and don't have the proper gifts, and I thought, as seeing as Pastor Manders is out here...
Now, look here, Engstrand. First, I must ask you a question. Do you feel you're in the right frame of mind for such a meeting? Do you feel your conscience is clear and free?
Oh, God forgive me. Let's not talk about conscience.
Yes, that's just what we are going to talk about. Well, what is your answer?
Well, sir, man's conscience can be a bit of a beggar now and then.
At least to admit it. Now, will you tell me the truth? What's all this about Regina?
Regina?
Pastor Manders.
Leave this to me.
Regina? Good heavens, how you frighten me. Surely nothing's happened to Regina.
Let us hope not. What I meant was, what's all this about you and Regina? You call yourself her father, don't you?
You know about me and poor Johanna.
Now, I want no more prevarication, Engstrand. Your late wife told the whole truth to Mrs. Alving before she left her service.
Well, make up. No. Did she really?
So now you are unmasked.
No, and she promised and swore on the Bible.
Swore on the Bible?
No, she only promised, but very sincerely.
And all these years you've concealed the truth from me. Concealed it from me, who trusted you so implicitly.
Yes, I suppose I have. I'm afraid.
And have I deserved all this from you, Engstrand? Haven't I always been ready to assist you with help, both spiritual and material, as far as it lay within my power? Answer me, haven't I?
Things would often have looked black for me if it hadn't been for your reverence.
And this is how you reward me. You cause me to enter false statements in the parish register and withhold from me over a period of years the information you owed both to me and to the cause of truth. Your action has been completely indefensible, Engstrand. From now on, I wash my hands of you.
Yes, of course, sir. I appreciate that.
How could you possibly justify yourself?
But wouldn't it have been even worse for poor Johanna if the truth had been allowed to come out? I mean, just imagine if your reverence had been in the same situation as her. Oh, good heavens, I don't mean exactly the same situation, but suppose your reverence had something to be ashamed of in the eyes of the world, as the saying goes. We men mustn't judge a poor woman too harshly, your reverence.
But I'm not. It's you I'm reproaching.
May I ask a tiny question?
Yes, what is?
Isn't it right and proper for a man to raise up the fallen?
Yes, of course it is, yes.
And isn't it a man's duty to stand by his word?
It is indeed, yes, but...
Well, that time when Johanna fell into misfortune through the Englishman, or maybe it was an American, or a Russian, as they call them. Well, she came up to town. Poor creature, she turned her nose up at me once or twice, for she only liked to look at what was fine and handsome, poor thing, and I'm afraid I have this thing wrong with my leg. Well, your reverence will remember how I ventured into the dance hall where foreign sailors were indulging in drunkenness and excesses. And when I tried to exhort them to start leading better lives...
Yes, I know the ruffians threw you down the stairs. You've told me all this before. Your injury is something you should be proud of.
Oh, I take no pride in it, Your Reverence. But what I wanted to say was this. So she came along and poured out all her troubles to me. Amid weeping, gnashing of teeth, I'll be frank with Your Reverence. It nearly broke my heart to listen.
Did it, my dear Engstrand?
Oh, yes. Yes. So I said to her, "This American is a vagrant on the sea of life," I said. "And you have sinned and are a fallen creature. But Jacob Engstrand," I said, "has his feet firmly on the ground." Speaking figurative, you understand?
I understand perfectly. Go on.
Yes. Well, so that's how I raised her up and made an honest woman of her, so that people shouldn't get to know the wanton way she'd behaved with foreigners.
Well, you acted very handsomely.
Oh.
The only thing I cannot understand is how you could bring yourself to accept money.
Money? I? Not a penny. But... Oh! Yeah, wait a moment. Yes, now I remember. Yes, Johanna did have a few crowns, but I wouldn't have any of it. Fie, I said, fie! That's mammon. That's the wages of sin. I said. We'll throw that wretched gold, or notes, or whatever, back in the American's face, I said. But unfortunately, he'd slung his hook and disappeared over the wild sea.
Had he, my dear Engstrand?
Oh, yes, yes. So Johanna and I agreed to use the money to bring up the child, and that's what happened. I could account for every crown.
This puts quite a different face on it.
Well, that's how it happened, sir. And I think I can say I've been a real father to Regina. Well, so far as lay within my power, for unfortunately I'm an ailing man.
Now, my dear Engstrand.
But this I can say. I brought the child up tenderly and was a loving husband to poor Johanna and ordered my household the way the good book says, but it would never have entered my head to go along to your reverence in sinful pride and boast that for once I too had done a good deed. No. And something like that happens to Jacob Engstrand, he keeps quiet about it. I suppose that's not always the case. More's the pity. But when I do go to see Pastor Manders, I have more than enough of wickedness and weakness to talk to him about. I said it just now, and I'll say it again. Man's conscience can be a bit of a beggar at times.
Give me your hand, Jacob Engstrand.
Oh, good heavens, Pastor.
No argument now. There.
And if I was to go down on my bended knees and beg your reverence's forgiveness...
No, on the contrary, it is I who must beg your pardon.
No.
Yes, indeed, and I do so with all my heart. Forgive me that I could ever have misjudged you so. And if there is any way in which I can show the sincerity of my regrets and of my goodwill towards you...
Would your reverence really do that?
Most willingly.
Well, in that case, there's a real opportunity just now. With the little money I've managed to put aside from the blessed work here, I was thinking of starting a home for sailors in the city.
You are?
Yes, a kind of refuge. Rather like the one here, in a manner of speaking. The temptations for sailors wandering on the shore are manifold. But in this house, with me there, well, it'd be like them having a father to look after them, I thought.
Well, what have you said to that, Mrs. Elding?
My means are limited, God knows, but if someone could stretch out a helping hand...
Well, yes. Let us consider the matter. Your project interests me deeply. But go along now and get everything in order and light candles so as to make the place cheerful, and we'll have a little edification together, my dear Engstrand. For now, I think you're in the right frame of mind.
Yes, I think I am. Goodbye, Mrs. Alving, and thank you for everything. And take good care of Regina, poor Johanna's child. Strange. It feels as though she's become part of me.
Well, what do you have to say about that man now, Mrs. Elding? That was an entirely different explanation we were given.
It was indeed.
You see how terribly careful one has to be in condemning one's fellows. But then it is a deep joy to discover that one has been mistaken. Or what do you think?
I think you are a great baby, Manders, and always will be.
Aye.
And I think I would like to fling both my arms round your neck.
Oh, no. Bless you. Such impulses.
Oh, you needn't be frightened of me.
You have such an extravagant way of expressing yourself sometimes. But now, au revoir. Keep your eyes open for when Oswald returns. I'll be with you again presently.
Are you still at table, Oswald?
I was just finishing my cigar. Wasn't that Pastor Manders who left just now?
He's just gone down to the orphanage. Oswald, dear, do be careful with that liqueur. It's strong.
Keeps out the damp.
Won't you come in and talk to me?
I can't smoke in there.
You know I don't mind cigars.
All right, then. There's just one tiny drop more. Where's the pastor gone?
I told you. He's gone down to the orphanage.
Oh, yes.
You shouldn't spend so long at table, Oswald.
Oh, but I think it's so nice, Ma. Come home, sit at my mother's own table, in my mother's own dining room, eat my mother's own beautiful food.
My dear, dear boy.
What else is there for me to do here? I can't work.
Can't you?
In this weather, not a glimmer of sunlight all day. That's the worst thing about it, not to be able to work.
Perhaps you shouldn't have come home.
Oh, yes, Mother, I had to.
I 10 times rather sacrifice the happiness of having you with me.
Well, tell me, Mother, does it really make you happy to have me home?
Does it make me happy?
Well, I think it must be almost the same for you whether I'm alive or not.
Oh, Oswald. How have you the heart to say that to your own mother?
Well, you managed so well to live without me before.
Yes. I have lived without you. It's true.
Mother, may I sit down on the sofa with you?
Oh, of course. Oh, my dear, dear boy.
Mother, there's something I have to tell you.
Yes.
I can't keep it to myself any longer.
What is it?
Well, I couldn't bring myself to write to you about it, and since I came home...
What is it, Oswald?
Yesterday and today I've been trying to forget, to escape, but it's no good.
Tell me the whole story.
Well, sit still. I'll try to tell you about it. I've complained so much about how tired I felt after the journey.
You're not ill, Oswald.
Sit still, just keep calm. No, I'm not really ill, Mother. I'm not what people usually call ill. Mother, I'm spiritually broken. I'm ruined. I shall never be able to work anymore.
Oh, look at me. It's not true. It's not true.
Never! Never, never! Never to be able to work anymore, to be dead while I'm still alive. Mother, can you imagine anything so dreadful?
When did this terrible thing happen?
That's just what I can't understand. I've never lived intemperately. Mother, you must believe that of me. I've never done that.
I don't believe it, Oswald.
And yet it's happened to me, this terrible thing.
My dear, dear boy. It's not possible. You're just overworked.
That's what I thought at first, but it isn't that.
Tell me the whole story.
Well, I shall, yes.
When did you notice it?
It was soon after the last time I'd been home and had gone back again to Paris. I began to feel the most violent pains in my head. It was mostly at the back of my head, it seemed. It was as though a tight iron ring had been screwed round my neck and right through my head.
Yes.
First I thought it was the usual headaches I used to have when I was a child.
Yes, yes.
But I soon realized it wasn't that. I couldn't work anymore. I wanted to begin on a new painting, but it was as though my powers had failed me. It was as though I was paralyzed. I couldn't see anything clearly. Everything went misty in front of my eyes. And then I sent for the doctor. And he told me the truth.
How do you mean?
Oh, he was one of the leading doctors there. I had to tell him how I felt. Then he asked me all sorts of questions which seemed to me to have absolutely nothing to do with it.
Yes?
I didn't understand what the man was driving at. And then he said, "You've been worm-eaten from birth." That was the word he used. Vermalou.
What did he mean by that?
I didn't understand. Asked him to explain more clearly, and then the old cynic said, "Oh,
What did he say?
the sins of the fathers shall be visited upon the children." Well, I nearly hit him.
The sins of the
What do you
fathers.
think of that? Of course, I assured him it was out of the question. Do you think he gave in? No, he stuck to his opinion. It was only when I brought out your letters and translated to him all the passages that dealt with father.
But
then he had to admit he was on the wrong track. And then I learnt the truth. The incredible truth. This wonderfully happy life with my comrades, I should have abstained from. It had been too much for my strength. In other words, I have only myself to blame.
Oh, no, Oswald, you mustn't think that.
There was no other explanation possible. He said that is the terrible thing. Ruined for life. Because of my own folly, everything I wanted to accomplish in the world, not to dare to think about it, not to be able to think about it. If I could only just start my life all over again and undo it all. If it had been something I'd inherited, something I wasn't myself to blame for. But this, to have thrown away in this degrading, stupid, irresponsible way one's whole happiness and health, one's future life.
No, my dear, my blessed boy. Things are not as desperate as you think.
Oh, you don't know. Oh, and then, Mother, that I should cause you all this grief. I've often almost wished and hoped that you didn't care for me at all.
I, Oswald. My only son. The only possession I have in the world. The only thing I do care about.
I know. Of course, when I'm at home, I know it. And that's one of the hardest things to bear. But now you know. And now we won't talk about it any longer. I can't bear to think about it for long. Mother, get me something to drink.
Drink? What do you want to drink?
Well,
now?
anything. You've got some cold punch in the
my
house,
dear
haven't you? Oh, be
Oswald.
nice, Mother. Don't be difficult now. I must have something to help me cope with these worries. Oh, how dark it is in here. And this incessant rain, week after week. For months sometimes. Never to see the sun. Mother, in all the years I've been at home, I don't remember ever having seen the sunshine.
Oswald, you're thinking of leaving
I'm
me.
not thinking of anything. I can't think of anything. I take good care not to.
Did you ring, madam?
Yes, Regina, bring in the lamp.
Very good, madam. I've already lit it.
Oswald, don't hide anything from me.
I'm not, Mother. Haven't I told you enough?
And Regina, you might bring us half a bottle of champagne.
Very good, madam.
That's the way I knew my mother wouldn't let her boy go thirsty.
My dear Oswald, how could I deny you anything now?
Is that true, Mother? Do you really mean it?
Mean what?
That you wouldn't deny me anything?
But my dear Os...
Shall I open the champagne?
No, thank you. I'll do it myself.
What did you mean just now when I said I mustn't deny you anything?
Let's taste this first.
Thank you, not for me.
Well, for me, then.
Well,
Tell me, Mother, I thought you and Pastor Manders looked so strange. Quiet at dinner.
you noticed.
Tell me, Mother, what do you think of Regina?
What do I think?
Yes, isn't she splendid?
You don't know her as well as I do.
Oh,
Regina spent too long at home, I'm afraid. I should have brought her here to live with me sooner.
yes, but isn't she splendid to look at, Mother?
Regina has a great many faults.
Oh, what does that matter?
But I'm fond of her all the same. And I'm responsible for her. I'd rather that anything in the world happen than she should come to any harm.
Oh, Mother. Regina's my only hope.
What do you mean by that?
I can't bear all this misery alone.
have your mother to bear it with
Yes,
you.
that's what I thought, and that's why I came home to you, but it won't work. I can see it. It won't work. I can't bear this life here. Mother, I must live differently. That's why I have to leave you. I don't want you to see.
Oh, my poor sick boy. As long as you're not well.
If it was just the illness, Mother, I'd stay with you. You're the best friend I have in the world.
Yes, I am, Oswald, aren't I?
But it's all the remorse, the self-reproach, and then the fear. This terrible fear.
Fear? What fear? What do you mean?
Don't ask me to describe it. I don't know. I can't talk about it. Oh, what do you want?
I want you to be happy. More champagne, a whole bottle.
Oh, Mother.
Do you think we don't know how to live here?
Oh, Mother, isn't she splendid? The way she's made. It's so healthy and strong.
Oswald, let's talk calmly together.
You don't know this, Mother, but I have done Regina a wrong, and I've got to put it right.
Oh?
Well, a little thoughtlessness, whatever you care to call it, quite innocently, really, when I was at home last.
I see.
Well, she asked me so often about Paris, and I told her this and that about the life down there. And I remember one day I happened to say, well, wouldn't you like to go there yourself?
Yes.
Well, she blushed violently. And then she said, yes, I'd like to very much.
Yes.
Well, of course, I forgot the whole thing. But the day before yesterday, when I asked her if she'd be glad that I'd be home so long, well, she gave me such a strange look, and then she said, well, what's going to become of my trip to Paris?
A trip?
And then I got it out of her that she'd taken the whole thing seriously and had been going round here the whole time thinking about me, and that she'd begun to learn French. Oh, Mother, when I saw that splendid, handsome, healthy girl standing there in front of me, well, I'd never really noticed her before, but now, standing there, so to speak, with open arms ready to receive me,
Oswald.
well, then I realized that in her I could find salvation, for I saw that she was full of the joy of life.
The joy of life. How could that help?
I'm sorry I was so long. I had to go down to the cellar.
And fetch another glass, Regina.
There's Mrs. Alving's glass.
But fetch one for yourself. Well?
Do you wish me to, madam?
Fetch the glass, Regina.
Oh, the way she walks, with such purpose and gaiety.
Oswald, this must not happen.
It's already decided. Surely you can see there's no point trying to stop me. Sit down, Regina.
Sit down. Oswald, what were you saying about the joy of life?
Oh, yes, the joy of life. You don't know much about that here. I never feel it here.
Not when you're with me.
Not when I'm at home, but you don't understand that.
Oh, yes. I think I do now,
The
almost.
joy of life and the love of one's work, they're practically the same thing, but you don't understand anything about that either.
No, I don't suppose we do.
What I mean is that here, people are taught to believe that work is a curse and a punishment, and that life is a misery which we do best to get out of as soon as possible.
A veil of tears, yes, and we do our best to make it one.
But out there, no one feels like that. No one there believes in that kind of teaching any longer. They feel it's wonderful and glorious just to be alive. Mother, have you noticed how everything I've painted is concerned with the joy of life? Always, always the joy of life. Light and sunshine and a holiday and shining, contented faces. That's what makes me afraid to be here at home with you.
Afraid? What are you afraid of with me?
I'm afraid that everything in me here will degenerate into ugliness.
You think that would happen?
I know it. Live the same life here as down there, and it wouldn't be the same life.
Now I see.
Oh, what do you see?
Now I understand for the first time. And now I shall speak.
No, I don't follow you.
Shall I go?
No, stay. Now I shall speak. Now, my boy, you shall know everything. And then you may choose. Oswald. Regina?
We've spent this splendid and profitable hour down there.
So have we.
He must assist Engstrand with this sailor's home of his. Regina must go and help him.
No, thank you, Pastor.
What, you here? With a glass in your hand?
Oh, pardon.
Regina is leaving with me, sir.
Leaving with you?
Yes, as my wife, if she so wishes.
Good heavens.
Isn't any of my doing,
Or she
sir.
will stay here if I stay here.
Here?
Terrify me, Mrs. Alving.
She will neither leave with you nor stay with you. Now I can speak the truth.
No, you
I
mustn't.
can and I will, and I shan't destroy any ideals either.
Oh, what have you been hiding from me, Mother?
Madam? Listen, there are people shouting outside.
What's going on? Well, where's that light coming from?
The orphanage is on fire!
On fire?
Where's my hat? Oh, never mind. Father's orphanage!
Can't be. I've just...
Fetch my shawl, the whole building's alight! burnt. Burnt to the ground.
It's still burning in the basement.
Why doesn't Oswald come back? There's nothing left to save.
Would you like me to go down and take him his hat?
No, I'll go and look for him myself.
Isn't Mrs. Alving here?
Yes, sir. She's just this minute gone into the garden.
Oh, most frightful night I've ever experienced.
Yes, isn't it the most dreadful tragedy?
Oh, don't talk about it, Miss Engstrand. I hardly even dare to think about it.
But how can it have happened?
Oh, don't ask me, Miss Engstrand. Isn't it enough that your father...
What's he done?
Oh, he's completely confused me.
Your Reverence.
Are you still pursuing me?
Yes. Well, God rot me. Oh, good heavens. But this is a terrible business, Your Reverence.
It is indeed. It is indeed.
What is?
Well, it's like this. It all started with the prayer meeting. Fancy me being to blame for the pastor being to blame for something like this.
But Engstrand, I assure you...
But there was no one but Your Reverence mucking around with candles down there.
So you keep saying, but I don't remember ever having a candle in my hand.
And yet I saw it as plain could be. Your Reverence, take a candle, snuff it out with your fingers, and throw the wick straight down among the shavings.
And you saw this?
Yes.